I am Mr. Eugene, and today we're examining two interconnected topics that create enormous controversy but demand honest discussion. Why many men avoid dating single mothers, and why single mothers face unique challenges in raising boys into functional men. There's something men rarely say out loud, but many quietly act on. When it comes to dating single mothers, the decision isn't emotional or vindictive. It's calculated. Not in a cruel way, in a rational way. Men evaluate the structure of the relationship they're entering, the complexity, the responsibilities, the trade-offs, the long-term implications, and for many men, when they honestly assess what dating a single mother requires versus what it provides, the calculation doesn't work in favor of pursuing the relationship. This isn't about whether single mothers are good people or bad people. This isn't about moral judgment or character assessment. This is about men understanding that every relationship comes with a structure. And the structure that comes with dating a single mother is significantly more complex than alternatives. Similarly, there's a psychological reality about single mothers raising sons that creates enormous resistance. When discussed, boys raised without consistent male presence face specific developmental challenges that mothers, regardless of how loving, dedicated, or capable, cannot fully address because the challenges are specifically about learning masculinity from masculine models. This doesn't mean single mothers are failures. This doesn't mean boys raised by single mothers are doomed, but it does mean there are specific, documented, predictable challenges that emerge, and pretending they don't exist serves no one. Today we're examining why men increasingly avoid dating single mothers, the rational calculation they're making, what structure dating a single mother actually creates, when this arrangement can work and when it typically doesn't, the specific challenges single mothers face raising boys, why masculine presence matters for male development, what happens when boys lack male models, how this affects dating dynamics, and most critically, what both men and single mothers need to understand about these realities. This is not about attacking single mothers. This is not about claiming all situations are identical. This is about honest assessment of patterns, challenges, and realities that affect relationship decisions and child development, because pretending problems don't exist prevents addressing them effectively. Stay with me. This will challenge comfortable narratives, but truth serves everyone better than comforting lies. Part 1. Why men avoid dating single mothers. The decision-making framework, how men evaluate relationships. Let me start by explaining how men actually think about relationship decisions, because understanding the framework explains the conclusion. Men evaluate potential relationships by assessing trade-offs. What do I invest? Time, energy, emotional investment, financial resources, lifestyle adjustments, long-term commitment. What do I receive? Companionship, sexual access, emotional intimacy, partnership, family building potential, life enhancement. Is this sustainable long-term? Does this improve my life? Can I maintain this indefinitely? Does this align with my goals? Am I getting fair value for investment? This is not cold or calculating in a negative sense. This is rational evaluation that everyone should do before committing to major life decisions. When men apply this framework to dating single mothers, many reach the conclusion that the investment required exceeds the return provided, especially when compared to alternative relationship options. The structural complexity. What dating a single mother actually requires. Now let me detail the specific structural differences that affect the calculation. Complexity factor. 1. You're never the priority in relationships without children. You and she are primary priorities to each other. Time and attention. Focus on relationship. Decisions center on mutual preferences. Life builds around partnership and relationships with her children. Her children are her first priority, and should be. You are secondary, tertiary, or lower. Time and attention divide between you and children. Decisions center on what's best for children. Your preferences are subordinate to family structure. This isn't criticism. Children should be her priority. But men must understand you will never be first, ever. If you need to be a priority in your partner's life, this structure fundamentally doesn't work for you. Complexity factor 2, pre-existing family structure. You're not building a family, you're joining one that already exists. Established dynamics, routines, rules, relationships already set before you arrived. Your role is undefined, not father, not friend, somewhere awkward in between. Limited influence. You can't parent effectively without authority, but authority comes slowly, if ever. Existing attachments, she and children have bonds you're not part of and never will fully be. You're integrating into something rather than creating something together. For men who want to build from foundation, this is fundamentally unsatisfying. Complexity factor 3, the co-parent reality. Her ex-partner, the father, is permanently in the picture, ongoing communication. She's texting, calling, coordinating with another man regularly. Shared decision-making, major decisions about children involve him, not just you. Schedule coordination, your plans depend on his schedule and cooperation. Emotional connection, they share history and children, a bond you cannot compete with or erase. Potential conflict, disagreements about parenting create tension that affects your relationship. Financial entanglement, child support, expenses, legal obligations connect them financially. For many men, this is the deal breaker. I'm in a relationship, but another man is permanently involved in our life and decisions. I cannot build the autonomous partnership I want with this structure. Complexity factor 4, reduced flexibility. Everything requires more planning and coordination. Scheduling, dates, and activities must work around custody schedules, school events, children's activities. Spontaneity eliminated. Cannot decide Friday to take weekend trip. Requires arranging childcare, coordinating with ex, planning weeks in advance. Canceled plans, children get sick. Custody schedule changes. School emergencies happen. Your plans become secondary. Limited alone time. When she has children, you're never truly alone together. Time together is fragmented and interrupted. Men value flexibility and spontaneity. The structure of dating single mothers eliminates both. Complexity factor 5, financial considerations. Additional financial factors that don't exist in other relationships. Existing financial obligations. She has children to support. Money goes to their needs first. Limited discretionary income. Less money available for dates, travel, experiences together. Future financial responsibility. If relationship progresses, you're potentially helping support children who aren't yours. Lifestyle restrictions. Cannot afford things you could afford with partner who doesn't have children. Competing financial priorities, your goals, saving, investing, experiences, compete with her obligations, children's needs, activities, future. Men calculate, I work hard for my money. Dating her means my resources go toward children who aren't mine, while her ex-partner may not be contributing adequately. This doesn't feel like fair exchange. Complexity factor 6, emotional and lifestyle adjustments you must adapt to her existing life. Her schedule revolves around children. You adapt to her availability, not mutual preference. Her home, organized for children. Your comfort is secondary to their needs. Her priorities, children come first in every decision. Your needs are accommodated if possible after theirs. Her stress, managing children, creates stress that affects your relationship. Her energy, parenting is exhausting. Limited energy remains for nurturing your relationship. Many men assess, I'm making all the adjustments. I'm accommodating her life. She's not accommodating mine because she can't. Children prevent it. This feels one-sided. The comparison, why men choose alternatives. Men don't make decisions in vacuum. They compare options. Dating woman without children. Pros, you're her priority. Full flexibility in scheduling. Building from foundation together. No ex-partner involvement. Financial resources focused on partnership. Spontaneity possible. Simpler structure. More energy for relationship cons. Standard relationship challenges. Building takes time. Dating single mother. Pros. She has experience with commitment. May be more mature. You know she can maintain long-term relationship cons. You're never first priority. Limited flexibility. Ex-partner permanently involved. Financial resources divided. Spontaneity eliminated. Complex family dynamics. Less energy for relationship. You're adapting to existing structure. When men honestly compare, many choose the simpler structure. Not because single mothers are bad, but because the alternative provides better return on investment of time, energy, and resources. When it can work, the specific conditions, this arrangement isn't impossible, but it requires specific conditions. Condition 1, the man genuinely wants to be a father figure. Some men specifically want to help raise children, be father figure to children who need one, build blended family for these men. The children aren't complication. They're part of the appeal. They're actively choosing fatherhood role, not reluctantly accepting it. Condition 2, the ex-partner is minimally involved or cooperative. The situation works better when father is absent or has minimal custody, or father is cooperative and reasonable. Co-parenting relationship is functional. Boundaries are clear and respected when ex-partner is hostile, manipulative, or constantly creating drama. The relationship becomes nearly impossible. Condition 3. The man is older or has his own children. Men who already raise their own children are older and beyond wanting to build new family, have children from previous relationship. These men may be more open because they're not sacrificing their chance to build family from foundation. They understand parenting challenges. They're in similar life stage condition. 4. Genuine exceptional connection. Sometimes connection is strong enough that man willingly accepts complexity. Trade-offs feel worth it. Love outweighs structural challenges, but this requires truly exceptional circumstances, not just decent compatibility. Part 2. Why single mothers struggle to raise men. Now we shift to the second interconnected topic, the developmental challenges boys face being raised without consistent male presence. The biological and psychological reality, boys and girls have different developmental needs regarding same-sex parent modeling. Both boys and girls need love, security, guidance, support, structure, but boys specifically need from fathers, male figures, modeling of masculinity, understanding of male psychology, guidance through male-specific challenges, initiation into manhood. Male emotional regulation modeling mothers can provide exceptional parenting, but they cannot provide specifically masculine modeling because they are not male. This isn't controversial. In reverse, everyone acknowledges girls benefit from having mothers model femininity. But acknowledging boys need fathers to model masculinity creates resistance. Yet the psychological reality is identical. The specific challenges, what boys miss without fathers. Challenge 1. No model for healthy masculinity. Boys learn how to be men primarily by observing men. Without father-present, boys don't see healthy masculine behavior modeled daily, don't learn how men handle emotions, don't understand how men think and operate, don't see how men treat women in healthy relationships, don't learn masculine communication patterns they're left to. Guess what masculinity means? Learn from media, often toxic or unrealistic. Copy peers who also lack models. Reject masculinity entirely, overcorrection. The result, confused understanding of what healthy masculinity looks like. Challenge 2. Mother cannot teach what she doesn't experience. Certain aspects of male experience are foreign to women: physical development, understanding male puberty, testosterone effects. Male sexuality from inside is impossible for women. Social dynamics, how boys, men interact, compete, bond. These follow patterns mothers don't inherently understand. Emotional processing. Men and women process emotions differently. Mothers cannot teach sons male emotional patterns they don't experience. Male challenges, navigating male hierarchies, physical aggression, performance pressure. Mothers can sympathize but cannot guide from experience. She can love him, she can support him, but she cannot teach him how to navigate experiences she's never had. Challenge 3. Feminization of male behavior. When women raise boys alone, tendency emerges to interpret male behavior through female lens, boys' physicality seen as aggression rather than normal male development, competition viewed as problematic rather than healthy masculine drive, risk-taking discouraged rather than channeled appropriately, male communication patterns corrected toward female norms. The result? Boys learn their natural masculine impulses are wrong, problematic, need to be suppressed. This creates shame around masculinity, confusion about healthy male expression, suppression of normal male development, later explosion of suppressed masculine energy in unhealthy ways. Challenge 4. No male discipline and boundary. Setting fathers and mothers typically discipline differently. Mothers tend toward verbal correction, emotional appeals. Relationship-based discipline. Fathers tend toward physical presence, not abuse, but authoritative physicality, firm boundaries with immediate consequences. Less emotional, more logical discipline. Boys often need firm physical boundaries, immediate tangible consequences. Less talking, more action. Single mothers often struggle with boys who don't respond to verbal correction, physical challenges they cannot address, teenage son bigger, stronger, boys who need masculine authority they cannot provide. Challenge 5. Identity formation challenges. Boys form identity partly through differentiation from mother. I am not female. I am male. This is what that means. This requires male figure to differentiate toward masculine model to identify with, male community to join without father. Differentiation becomes rejection. Must reject mother to claim masculinity. No clear masculine identity to claim. joins male peer groups lacking healthy models. The result? Unstable masculine identity formation, often overcorrecting into toxic masculinity or rejecting masculinity entirely. The statistical realities, what data shows the research on outcomes for boys raised without fathers is clear. Boys raised without fathers are 2 times more likely to drop out of school, 2 times more likely to end up in prison, 4 times more likely to have behavioral problems, more likely to experience poverty as adults, more likely to become fathers without being present, more likely to engage in risky behavior, more likely to struggle with emotional regulation. This doesn't mean every fatherless boy experiences these outcomes, but the statistical correlation is undeniable and significant. Single mothers can pour love, dedication, resources into raising sons, and many raise good men. But they're fighting against statistical probabilities and developmental needs that father presence addresses automatically. How this connects to dating dynamics. Now let me connect these 2 topics. Men recognize the pattern, men observe. Boys raised without fathers often struggle with masculinity. Single mothers face specific challenges raising sons. These boys often become men with issues, aggression, insecurity, no direction, poor emotional regulation. Men think, if I date single mother with son, I'm potentially inheriting responsibility for addressing developmental damage I didn't cause, or watching boy develop poorly while being unable to intervene effectively because I lack authority. This increases reluctance to date single mothers, especially those with sons. The timing problem by the time woman is dating again, crucial early years often already passed, patterns already established, damage, if any, already done, men assess. Can I fix what's broken? Do I want that responsibility? Is this fair to expect of me? Many conclude, no, I didn't create this situation. I don't want to inherit the responsibility of fixing it. What single mothers can do. If you're a single mother, here's what serves your sons. Action 1, seek male role models. Actively provide masculine presence. Involve grandfathers, uncles, family friends, male mentors, coaches, teachers, Big Brother programs, or similar male-led activities, sports, martial arts, scouts. Don't try to be both parents. Acknowledge what you cannot provide and seek it elsewhere. Action 2, don't suppress masculine expression. Allow healthy masculine development, physical play and competition, risk-taking within appropriate bounds, male communication and bonding patterns, natural male energy expression. Don't feminize boys. Let them be boys under guidance, not suppression. Action 3, respect father, if possible. Unless father is genuinely dangerous, facilitate relationship with father. Don't speak negatively about him to sons. Encourage regular contact and involvement. Support their bond even if yours ended boys need fathers. Your feelings about your ex are separate from your son's needs. Action 4, be realistic about dating. Understand that quality men have options. Many will choose simpler relationship structures. You must offer exceptional value to compensate for complexity. Your children's needs limit your availability. Potential partners are not replacement fathers unless they choose that role. Be honest about what you're bringing to relationship and what you're asking men to accept. What men need to understand. If you're considering dating a single mother, understand one, this is a package deal. You cannot date her without accepting children. If you're not willing to embrace fatherhood role or at minimum positive male presence, don't enter relationship. Half commitment damages children. Don't start what you're not willing to sustain. Understand too, this requires different mindset. This isn't traditional dating. This is potential blended family formation. Different rules, different expectations, different timeline. If you want traditional courtship and relationship building, date woman without children. Understand 3, know what you want. Be honest with yourself. Do I want to be father figure? Am I willing to accept permanent ex-partner involvement? Can I accept never being first priority? Is this structure aligned with my life goals? If answers are no, don't pursue relationship. Not because she or her children are bad, but because you're not aligned. Final thoughts. Alignment, not judgment. Here's what both men and single mothers need to understand. For men, dating single mothers isn't morally wrong or right. It's about alignment. People don't just choose partners, they choose lifestyles. Every relationship comes with a structure. The structure that comes with dating single mothers is complex, demanding, and requires specific mindset and priorities. If that structure doesn't align with what you want from life, choosing different path is rational, not cruel. You're not rejecting her as person. You're declining a relationship structure that doesn't serve your goals. For single mothers, you're not entitled to men accepting complexity you bring. Quality men have options. They will choose relationships that serve them best. Your job is be exceptional enough that men choose complexity for you specifically. Find men whose goals align with blended family structure. Accept that dating pool is smaller and more selective. And most critically, focus on raising your children well, especially sons who need masculine presence you cannot provide alone. For everyone, this isn't about judgment. It's about honest assessment. Single mothers face real challenges raising sons without fathers. Men make rational calculations about relationship structures. Both realities are valid. Mature men don't just choose partners, they choose the structure of their life. And once they see that clearly, their decisions change. This isn't about being harsh, it's about being honest. Because honesty serves everyone better than comfortable lies that help no one. Drop a comment about your experience. Men, do you date single mothers? Why or why not? Single mothers, what's your perspective on these challenges? Subscribe, because this channel will continue examining difficult topics with honesty that serves truth over comfort. Stay clear, stay honest, and never mistake alignment for judgment.